This is 14-year-old Rutka Lasker, a beautiful young girl whose family was forced to live in the Jewish ghetto during the Nazi occupation of Poland. For 4 months in 1943, she recorded her life, memories of a typical teenager mixed with the unbelievable horrors of the Holocaust. Her story survived thanks to a non-Jewish friend entrusted with the diary months before she, her baby brother and mother perished in the gas chambers of Auschwitz. After 60 years, that friend, now in her 80s, revealed her secret, that she had kept Rutka's diary. The news was life-changing for Rutka's half-sister, Zahava Shares.
I simply felt in love with her, and I was also full with sorrow that I couldn't meet her.
Dr. Zahava Shares of Israel was born after World War II to Rutka's father, who narrowly survived the Holocaust and remarried. After learning of her half-sister's diary, she felt the world needed to know the story and helped publish Rutka's notebook, A Voice from the Holocaust.
She was an extraordinary girl. As you can see from the picture, she was beautiful. And she knows that the Nazis are determined to kill the Jews, and they are throwing them to gas chambers. And she writes specifically, I would like to live, but I don't think that we Jews are going to make it.
In one of her entries, Rutka writes about witnessing a horrible act committed by a German soldier. I am writing this as if nothing has happened, as if I were in an army experienced in cruelty. But I'm young, I'm 14, and I haven't seen much in my life. Now I'm terrified when I see uniforms. I'm turning into an animal waiting to die. One can lose one's mind thinking about this. While Rutka seems to know, and even writes that she will probably not survive the war, she also finds the time to document the daily dramas of a young teenage girl. I'm persuading myself that I'm not in love with Yannick, but in the meantime, I miss him, and sometimes I suffer because I don't see him and hear his voice.
She was starting to discover herself as a growing woman, and she is becoming aware of her being attractive and her being attracted to a young boy named Yannick. So in this sense, you feel like it's a modern girl, that's a regular story.
But of course, her story was anything but regular. Rutka's attempts to enjoy the simplest pleasures in life were overshadowed by reports that Jews were being sent to death camps. She feared this was her fate as well. The rope around us is getting tighter and tighter. Despite all these atrocities, I want to live and wait for the following day.
This is also something which is emotionally very hard to read, that a young girl, 14 years old, so cheerful and so much aware of what's going on. This was also a surprise for me because we didn't think that the Jewish people in Poland knew exactly what's going to happen to them.
Zahava says her hope is that Rutka's story will become part of the curriculum in schools around the world, such as Poland, where non-Jewish students are already reading the story.
And they love Rutka, they love the story. They feel very close to her. And I asked them, can you be a friend of Rutka? Could you be a friend of Rutka? And they said yes, because she's so much like us.
As Israel celebrates its 60th anniversary this month, Zahava says Rutka's story is a good reminder of how important the state of Israel is for the Jewish people.
This story reminds the world and reminds us that we should keep the country, we should be good, we should be an example for the world, and we should educate our nation and the other that these kind, like the Holocaust, will never happen again.
Wendy Griffith, CBN News.